Hello, you're listening to Eureka on Monocle 24, brought to you by the team behind The Entrepreneurs, the show all about inspiring people, companies, and fresh ideas in global business. I'm Laura Kramer. Today's episode is all about a Swedish cleaning brand whose products are so stellar they've got the attention of NASA. Linda Rosendahl Nordin is the CEO of Pure Effect, which makes home cleaning products based on active bacterial cultures. She co-founded the brand in 2015 with Jocke Ahlander, an entrepreneur who has been working in industrial biotechnology for 25 years. So how does microbial cleaning actually work? And what sparked this idea? Here are Linda and Jocke with more on how the journey began.
So what really inspired us to start Pure Effect, I would say it started from a personal health and environmental crisis that I had, or at least that's my driving force in it. So I learned from a professor in Sweden, Åke Bergman, who's also an advisor to the World Health Organization, that we really pushed too many toxins into this ecosystem. We were having trouble getting our second child, and I learned about all these toxins that really affect our endocrine systems, which means that both animals and humans can't have babies anymore. The toxins also are accumulated in our bodies, and we get it from food and water and everywhere. So at this time, I also met with Jocke and met with biotech, and Jocke had this experience from 20 years with industrial biotechnology. And as they have been around for at least the last 20 years for professional use, we decided to launch this application also for consumers. And that was really the starting point for Pure Effect, to launch this environmental friendly and well-designed and thought through interior cleaning concept. But then in 2017, we also launched this application for odor removal for fashion and a garment care range. So that has kind of been the journey for Pure Effect from one spot to another, which I think is normal for a startup, that you start somewhere and you end up somewhere else.
What is cool and nice with biotechnology is that it's very intuitive. It's easy to understand. The first life on this earth was microorganisms, simple bacteria, and all life that we have around us have developed from microorganisms or the processes that microorganisms create. The microorganisms are the purest cleaners on the earth, the soul cleaners of the earth. As humans, we don't want to work with stuff, chemicals or whatever, that is not biodegradable. If it's not biodegradable, then it will accumulate into living cells. And we don't want to work with that because that's harmful. So everything that we work with needs to be biodegradable. And it's the microorganisms that does all the cleaning. We only work with microorganisms, which is Bacillus subtilis. And Bacillus subtilis is kind of the most common earth bacteria on the planet. It is everywhere. It is the turn to cleaner on this planet. And it's not only cleaner of hard surfaces, it's also cleaner of wastewater. It's a cleaner of everything.
This way of letting bacillus spores degrade organic matter and use it for cleaning, that has been done for at least 20 years within professional cleaning. And what we wanted to do with Pure Effect is to introduce this to customers too. That's part of the innovation, to develop these new applications. So how can we find new smart solutions based on this function and the knowledge, and then take it to the market? For us, it's also about how to change people's attitudes and behaviors, like we do with this clothing and shoe mist. Like, how can we use this powered up formula and spray it to our clothes to reduce washing, and as a way kind of nudge people in the right direction to reduce their washing, and also helping us in our mission to reduce the global laundry that we're committed to do. We have a study here from the Swedish Consumer Association showing that an average laundry bag here in Sweden, you only need to wash 7% of it. So that means 93% of the clothes in the laundry bag are just there. And we wash them casually, even though we don't have to, which of course is taking a lot of energy, water, and we have a lot of fiber, a lot of thinning of clothes, and huge emissions of like microplastics as well. So this is something that we can actually solve with the help from the beautiful bacillus spores.
It's not the bacteria that is interesting in itself. It is the applications that we can use the bacteria that is the cool thing, because that's where we have impact. In Pure Effect, we work with it exactly the same way, but we look for where do we have applications that can do an enormous amount of impact. And that is especially, I don't know exactly how big it will be, but it will be huge when it comes to getting people to understand that they shouldn't wash as much as they do.
We had launched this clothing and shoe mist and also had a collab with the Swedish premium fashion brand Filippa K, and we used this hashtag less washing. So one day I received this email from a tech scouting firm working with NASA, and they asked us just to, is this possible? Could you please share the evidence and some papers? And we send that in to support the function that bacillus spores degrade organic matter, and when you remove the source of the odors, the garments stay fresh. But we couldn't, of course, prove this is also that it goes for space, but it's here on Earth. This is the way it works. I hope they evaluate it, because they obviously have problem with laundry up there, and I know they evaluate these kind of fun projects to grow plants in dirty underwear or just send it out in space and let it burn. It's a situation where they really need to travel light, and I think our solution could be helpful. They're probably already doing it.
That was Linda Rosendahl Nordin and Jocke Ahlander. To learn more, head to pureeffectsweden.com. You've been listening to Eureka, a Monocle 24 production. Today's episode was edited by Jack Jewers. I'm Laura Kramer. Don't forget to get in touch with me at lrk@monocle.com, or you can drop Tom a line. He's on te@monocle.com and would love to hear from you. We'll be back next week, and look out for The Entrepreneurs, available every Wednesday. Goodbye, and thank you for listening to Eureka.